So with a grid-tied system, what you're doing is kind of what we just discussed. I think that the definition to what was a solar panel, we kind of got into it a little bit. But a grid-tied system means you're producing energy. That energy is going back out into the grid. So you're basically cycling energy coming in from the grid as you need it, and then the energy that the solar produces going back out to the energy company that they purchase from you. That's a grid-tied system. So that means if the solar's not producing enough energy to run your whole house, let's just say you have a large house and you have a hot tub and a pool, and the energy that the solar is producing, the energy company's buying all that back from you, but you're still connected to the grid. So you don't lose power when it's nighttime or when the sun's out. And as far as an off-grid system, the definition of an off-grid system would mean the solar panels themselves, they would actually charge a battery bank. A battery bank would then power your home consistently. So you're not connected to the grid at all. So completely off-grid system basically means, you have batteries that are being charged. You're using the energy during the day that the solar panels are creating to power your home, but it's also simultaneously charging a battery. Then once the battery's charged, there's no sunlight, your home runs off of the battery bank.
Okay.
So that would be the difference between a grid-tied and an off-grid system.
Okay, so just to make sure I'm hearing it correctly.
Yeah.
If it's grid-tied, you're powering your house, but also any extra may go back to
Correct.
through the lines
Yep.
to the grid. But it also means if there's not enough power for your house, you can pull it
Correct.
out of the grid.
Correct.
If you are
Yep.
off-grid, you power your house, and instead of sending energy back through power lines, you're
Yep.
charging a battery for non-sunny times.
Correct.
Whether it's nighttime or cloudy days or
Exactly.
something like that.
The challenge with an off-grid system is that you really need to account for the maximum amount of energy you're going to use at any one given time. So with a grid-tied system, we can design the system so that it's about 90 to 100% of what you use on a daily basis. With an off-grid system, we have to go over that 100% threshold because really there'll be one day of the year that you use the most energy of the 365 days. So we need to make a system that's going to produce enough energy to run your house when it's cloudy for a week, or you get some snow, or in the wintertime when we don't get enough sunlight. So you have to have a larger size system when it's an off-grid system, just so that you don't lose power.
That makes sense.
But there are also, in between grid-tied and off-grid systems, we do all the time, we do combinations between battery backup systems with backup generators. We do battery backup systems with grid-tied systems. So you can still have a battery, which would mean if the power goes out, so the grid goes down, then your solar charged battery would then run your home. And there's essentially an infinite number of possibilities in that space. You can run certain appliances, you can run your whole house, but that's kind of, there's the grid-tied system, which is the most popular or the most common thing that we do. They're the completely off-grid option, and then there's basically an infinite number of options in between, so that you can basically say, hey, look, we lose power a lot. We would like to have a system that runs our house when the power's out. We can do that too, which is basically still a grid-tied system, but with a battery backup, with a backup generator all working together.
Okay.
Yeah.